We're just gonna start the video over because I accidentally hit the stop button.
What is up, guys?
So welcome back to Sunday Night Weekly Drive from New York City, coming at you from the pop-filled streets of New York. We just passed a sports car that was regretting being a New York car because he had to like drive so slow because those cars are not meant for these streets. These streets are not smooth.
Nope.
They're not well taken care of.
Nope. Our
tax money is not going to clean them up.
Where is it going? People's pockets.
Oh man. So anywho, I guess it's actually better that the video got started over because that was a bumpy ass beginning to that last camera was everywhere. Even it's unescapable. You can't help it. You know, this is what happens in these cities.
I could have taken another route.
I mean, for your own car's health, maybe you should have. I mean, it's not me that's going to get bothered. It's not you. It's the car. adding them dents and them bruises.
Oh, it's back, baby.
Oh, he's back behind us. I mean, to the side of us. The A20S? Is that what that's what that says?
I have no idea.
No idea whatsoever. If he passes us, I'll flip the camera so I can see. But I might hit the stop button again. I don't really want to do that. My face is red because of this guy in front of us.
Dude, go. Why is he just standing there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Go, dude.
So.
There we go. Thank you, bro.
We're gonna flip it.
What is that?
No idea.
Colorado.
Huh?
He's from Colorado.
That's a Colorado plate?
Colorado.
Jesus. Well, yeah, he's definitely regretting driving around here in New York with all these potholes and these metal and shit all over the city.
Wait,
you know. Oh, we're gonna go in the tunnel here and there you go. Oh, he's asking. He's nice. He's polite. He put his blinker on. Appreciate that, bro. No cap.
That was so zoomer.
Haha.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So. Oh boy. So a bunch of stuff has happened over the last week.
Yes. E3.
Completely skipped it this year.
We gotta go one day at least.
I am not interested in that at all. That's just like just going to like an amusement park with a bunch of lines everywhere and stinky, sweaty people just for the sake of playing some demos.
I mean,
it's not sound interesting at all.
Hype demos.
Meh.
And people get some what do you call it, like unique things for purchasing tickets for being there. You get free stuff, you know.
They give you pamphlets and shit.
And merch.
Fake merch. Not real merch.
I've been to E3.
They get an E3 shirt. Probably sells on eBay for like $1. Ooh, excuse me. Shalvin got 22 and a half years. It be what it be.
He had a good lawyer.
Yeah, I mean, he can still appeal because these Democrats were going crazy. Biden saying the jury should make the right decision, and what's the other lady, the black lady, Maxine Waters, going out there saying that if the right decision isn't attained, we should protest more vigorously or something like that. It's like people were already burning shit down. You gotta be more aggressive. She was like, we should be more aggressive, protest more aggressive, something like that. I'm butchering what she said, but it's along those lines. Pretty much it's like when when people were already burning stuff down and looting and stuff like that, and you say that if the wrong verdict is reached, people should be more aggressive. It's like, what could that mean? I wonder. So I mean, he could still appeal. He might not, just because he's like what, he's 40 something.
Exactly. I'm gonna say that.
And he might just 22 years. He'll get out in like 15, 16, something like that. With good behavior. Try to just be forgotten. Go live in the mountains somewhere. You know, because these people ain't gonna leave you alone. I mean, he's still facing federal charges. So that was the state charges. That was the state sentencing. The federal charges, you know, could be a slap of the wrist or it could be a life sentence. So we'll see what happens there. But you know, it doesn't really matter because guess what? It's not as if anything that happens in a court of law is going to be let's stop rioting now. That's never going to be the case. So
F9, did you watch it?
Fast 9? No, that's like a fake science fiction movie at this point. It's like a wannabe sci-fi movie. You know, I'm like, nah.
Dude, the first two was
I'd rather watch an actual sci-fi movie. You know, like I'd rather just watch Transformers if I'm going to be watching what they're doing with Fast and Furious now. It's not even about cars anymore. It's just a fake heist movie bullshit. People hired by the government to be professional heist people. Like, that's Ocean's 11, guys. Come on, that's not Fast and Furious. Like, what you doing? You messed up the franchise. I don't care. I'm not gonna watch you anymore. Maybe when you're free on a Sunday night or a Saturday night, you know.
As soon as they introduced Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
or discounted at like $4 on Amazon Prime or some shit like that, you know.
my goodness.
Maybe then I could watch it. Full ticket price? Nah. It's too gimmicky.
On a Tuesday, it's like $13.
Gotta get that discount. Gotta be able to play the theater. The theater, okay? Movie tickets. Oh man, I'm surprised that they're not doing like super heavy discounts just to try to get people back to go to the theaters more consistently.
Because they know China got them, that's why.
Hollywood and China sitting in a tree. NBA in China as well. WWF in China. No, Ceno's not part of the right? Is he? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He's retired.
What else happened?
Huh?
What else happened?
Well, we had Biden pretty much, I don't know, like talking smack or just degrading the Second Amendment.
What?
It's like he says something along the lines of like, you know, what's the point of guns when we have nukes? You know, and it's like, the fuck, is that a threat to the people? Like, are you saying like what are you saying? That's not even something the president should be saying. Like, this goes against all the people that like to argue that the government is the people and the people is the government. I know it's too different. It's different. Even like Biden right there himself just made a clear distinction between the people and the government, right? Because when he said when we have nukes, he's talking about the government, you know. And when he was talking about what's a AR-15 gonna do for you, you know, when up against the government, he's talking about the people. He's saying that basically that the people have no power as compared to the military might of the government. You know, so it's like even Biden himself acknowledges that the government is not the same as the people. You know.
I need context with that because that makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, it was during one of his recent speeches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's you can dismiss it as just old man being an old man. You know how, because he is old. Yeah.
He's in the 70s, right?
My man, mom, like he I don't know, he loses his words.
Yeah.
Like he just loses his words way too often, and then he tries to recover, but then the way he recovers, it's like he's in a different ball game when he recovers. You know, it's like he was playing basketball, he loses the ball, and now he's just gonna go to the football field. It's like, what are you doing? At least stay playing basketball. No, he just weirds off. I'm like, I don't know. And the Biden-Putin debate was, it's not even a debate that they were talking, but Biden pretty much didn't say none. didn't say nothing like he didn't present strongly against the stuff that Putin was saying. You know, because it's like every time it's happening now that Biden's president, but every time that Biden or one of his representatives criticizes Russia or China or something like that for, you know, the messed up things that they're doing, you know, like China with their concentration camps and Russia with the cyber attacks and all that nonsense. They just immediately say, well, the U.S. has racism. And it's like, see, if he was Trump, he would have been like, no, we don't. But Biden and them have been, that's how they ran. They ran on the U.S. is racist and we got to fix it. So every time a foreign countries uses that to attack them, they can't say shit because that's one of their own talking points. Systemic racism.
Like, the reason it exists because people keep on bringing it up. Like, if we don't bring it up, then it doesn't exist. We're allowing it to exist.
That's what Morgan Freeman said.
Morgan Freeman spoke up? Morgan Freeman
the
said
voice of God, yes. The voice of God. A couple years ago, early 2000s, he was on an
years.
I mean, in his time frame, that is a couple years. All right, we're talking about Morgan Freeman here. We're not talking about freaking a high schooler. All right, so not too long ago for Morgan Freeman, he was on doing an interview with Don Lemon. Back when Don Lemon actually had some type of sense in his head. Now he's just a freaking BLM activist, freaking fanatic. Anywho, Don Lemon was talking to Morgan Freeman, and Lemon said to Freeman that he gets tired of talking about race. That he wishes that he could just tell his colleagues that it's not that big of an issue anymore, and that we should talk about something else that matters more. Holy crap, look at that, huh? Stark contrast to what he's saying now. But anywho, Morgan Freeman responds with, you know how do you get rid of racism? By stop talking about racism. If you stop talking about it, it doesn't matter as much. It basically stops existing. There's still going to be racist people, sure, but racism as a whole is kept alive by the conversation, by the constant bringing it up.
Oh, my flow, man.
He is so scarred.
Why?
We have a guy in front of us trying to make a right turn into nothing. Yeah.
He's tired.
Like his exit is not like for another 500 feet or something, like at least.
More.
And he's more like jeez. And he's already has his blinker on going like 30. All right, what was he going?
At least 45.
He was going under 45.
Yeah. No, at least.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh man.
Interesting. But then, oh, did you hear what Jon Stewart said in the Stephen Colbert show?
Oh, about how it only makes sense that COVID came from a lab?
Yes.
AKA Trump was right. It's like, hey, what the analogy that he used? The analogy that he used was, we have a massive outbreak of rivers of just chocolate everywhere on the streets of Miami. Just miles away from a Hershey's factory plant. Maybe it came from the goddamn factory. It's like, yeah, it only makes damn sense, you know, that the Wuhan lab of virology may have had something to do with the Wuhan virus.
And now Stephen Colbert was going to stop him, like hey,
I mean, Colbert's on his hardcore stooge, just trying to get this paycheck like signed for a couple more years type of mentality. So he's willing to sacrifice all types of truths for some green, which is the majority of legacy media. By legacy media, I'm talking about the CNNs, the MSNBCs, the ABCs, the Foxes, and all of them. Legacy media, the ones that grandma and grandpa watched, or still watch, depending on how old you are. So that's why I moved away from legacy media. Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
Is that your tire?
No, something went inside the car. Underneath the car.
Okay, that was weird. We're being attacked by parts falling off of another car in front of us.
The second time. The first one was crazy.
Yeah, that guy's like muffler or some shit fell off. His rear bumper almost came off in 3 parts. Anywho, people driving over here with 10-minute cars.
That's crazy, man. And of course it was. Wait, there was like 3 scientists that got sick from it too, right? In the Wuhan lab.
Oh yeah, there was plenty of doctors and scientists that caught the virus before it was a national issue in China, or even before it was an international issue around the world. But the Communist Party is perfect in China, and anybody that says otherwise simply needs to be disappeared. See, it didn't happen if they're not around to talk about it. Duh. It's like, there's not going to be any more homeless people if we just throw them all into prison. Homeless population fixed just like that.
Alex actually told me differently. Alex told me that that they work in low wages and they build low income homes. So the low wage workers will live in a low income home.
Yeah, it's like this perfect world apparently is China, where everybody is voluntarily working for cents on the dollar,
and your dream comes true.
And the government just gives you everything that you may or may not be missing. Yeah, but everybody else is the ones that are falling for the propaganda. Jeez Louise. The communist lie is simple. The communist lie goes as follows. Let the government be in control of all systems of structure, of power, of utility, of everything.
Because the people can't do it right themselves.
Right, because people are innately flawed, so therefore we need
people
and a structured system of power to dictate how everybody should live. And once we have this all benevolent force in that position of power, all the sheep will simply fall in line and work perfectly. Oh man, but it's like, and in return for this perfect structure, all you need to do is not speak out, because we're giving you everything that you want. So why would you speak out even in the first place? All you need to do is get in line, and we'll give you your loaf of bread every month.
Simple.
No problem there. You don't need to strive to be great. Just be what we want you to be, and nothing else. It's like, I don't know. I was like, you look at one video of that Australian or whatever, foreigner that he was showing us. And the foreigners there talking how so great about how, I can drink beer on the streets and not get pulled over by the cops, blah, blah, blah. Look how clean everything is. It's like, okay, well, first of all, You're gonna believe one random influencer, one random social media influencer, that you could do the exact same thing anywhere in the United States. You could just go to a nice neighborhood where the streets are clean and where cops don't give a damn because it's a low crime area. So it's like they rather not pull somebody over for a jaywalking equivalent misdemeanor, you know, and pretend that that's an equivalent depiction of the entire country. People have done. You could do that in DR. You could go to DR to a nice touristy area. You know, you show the beach and the nice clear blue water, right? Because there are beautiful crystal clear beaches in DR, right? You could show that. You could show the cocktails and how nice the tourist areas are. You could go to the nice resorts and show everything. Oh, DR is a beautiful country with, you know, there's power, there's AC, there's good music, good food, and all these things are true, right? But that's not the whole truth. So and then when you point out there are dozens, hundreds even of teams of independent reporters, news reporters, a lot of them native to China, not foreigners, that are probably only staying in the nice areas, right? That are native, like China Uncensored. That's their name. Look them up. China Uncensored. All right, they actually Chinese. Okay, so it's not some foreigner talking about how great China is on some random video. You know, it's actual Chinese. Or I don't know if they're still citizens or ex-citizens or whatever, because you can't really go to China like that. But, you know, and they're trying to bring light to how oppressive the Chinese government is. But, you know.
Are they from Shanghai?
I don't know. I didn't look into their biographies.
Probably.
I mean, they've been on Tin Pool and stuff like that, so.
Oh. Aren't they still having the big protests in Shanghai?
I have no idea.
Or did it just get silenced?
I mean, I don't know.
It's not happening no more, guys. It's okay.
Yeah. Just don't talk about it, everything be fine.
It's crazy that you don't hear about it no more. As soon as COVID started, and then the BLM protests took over media.
There were some countries there were some states as well that they reported zero flu cases.
Oh yeah.
Like just the regular, been here forever flu. Apparently the flu got wrecked by COVID. COVID not only attacked people, it also attacked the flu itself.
That's crazy.
But you know, we live in a world that makes sense. Wow. Okay. See you later, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Please fasten passenger seat belt.
Always fasten your seatbelt.
Oh yeah. I mean, unless you're home and then you can take them off and then get off and go home. Don't stay in the car unless you live in your car. Which if you do, then try to get your shit together because you're failing.
What?
I mean, yeah. You live in your car.
Oh. Well, it depends how you look at it.
You're failing. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Peace.